Darlington, South Carolina, as we welcome you to the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs on USA from Darlington Raceway. This is the Cookout Southern 500.
Driver, start your engines!
And here we are in the 75th anniversary of the Southern 500, and the Cookout Southern 500 is on! The real race to become a NASCAR Cup Series champion begins now. Wow, and around goes John Ferry. Ferry into the wall. He had a brilliant qualifying yesterday, and it's all come undone.
Let's take a look. He's right there inside second row. You mentioned it. Great qualifying effort. That was mission accomplished. You just want to settle in, Jeff. Turns 1 and 2 tight. Exit at 2, probably the tightest part of the racetrack.
Every driver's talked about how hard you have to drive these race cars. Barry on the bottom of the racetrack, going to the throttle, and it just gets loose. Simply got loose. Made contact also. Not sure if there's damage on Reddick's car as well.
I only saw the second spin, but just watch this 21. A wiggle first. First wiggle, right over the bump. Then he gets loose, gets into the door of the 45. The 45, light contact for sure. Jeff, some damage, heavy damage on the left
rear outside. We're back racing here in Darlington. And a great restart from Chase Briscoe. Maybe that was third time lucky for Tyler Reddick. Remember Richmond, he got taken out when in a prominent position, may have been able to win Richmond. Last weekend in Daytona, it didn't go his way. So maybe today is the day where his luck has changed and turning around for that whole organization.
Yeah, I'm a big Travis Mack fan. I believe that he's not only a leader, but he understands strategy and he looks at different ways. And I think it's a perfect example. You know, Nemechek started outside the top 20, so it's hard to believe you're just going to drive to the front. So he's going to run. Now, I know Briscoe just passed him for the lead, so he has pitted, put fresh tires on, and run him all the way back down, but he was spotted 20 to begin. I really would love to see where this cycles out. It's going to be interesting. I believe it's going to be a net gain over the 20th position. Look at this shot, Jeff. This is great. 49 to go. I like the aggression. You know, when you make the playoffs without a win, you get in here on points. I'm not saying you don't belong, but I think you have to swing a little bit more for the fences, Kim.
Yeah, and with where they qualified, they knew they were going to have an aggressive strategy to begin with. Truji Flake Harris. Oh, looks like there might be an issue there. Not sure what it is. So this is going to be detrimental to their stop. Air gun. It looks like the gun was not working on the right side for the changer. Struggling to turn, though. This is going to absolutely cause a hiccup for this team, Steve.
This is going to absolutely kill it. So obviously now the jack is dropped on the right front. So the right rear gun wouldn't work. He went over to get another one. The front changer goes to the right rear, works on the car, then they drop it. This is going to be, look at the pit stop. Look down here. We're looking at normally 9 or 10 seconds. North of 40 seconds, dead on 40 seconds. He's in the box already. Focus down here, these two gentlemen. So there's the issue on the right side. Look, they grabbed the hose. They realize there's an issue. It's unhooked. It's in the guy's hand. So now he goes in, he plugs it in. Remember, total confusion over here. They don't know what's going. So now as he comes around, this crew member in this area right here, watch this. He's going to reach forward. He's going to point to tell him to go back, urging him to say, hey, the gun works. He's pointing, and then all of a sudden right here, thumbs up. He's giving him the thumbs up. But the communication is too late to go into the spare gun. So it wasn't a pit gun issue. It was the air supply to the pit gun. Once again, it's still going to be frustrating. That is something that should be checked and double-checked and triple-checked.
Him down the front straightaway.
Oh.
He can't do it.
What's 88 got to do? What a squeeze by Herbst to fit that car in there.
This is like the last lap of the race, but it's the last lap of stage 1, brought to you by Credit One Bank. Here comes SVG on the inside.
And that opens the door for Gilliland.
What a move.
This is for the free pass. Only the front car will get it because they're behind the 19.
Now he's got to defend. Meanwhile, what an opening stage it's been for JGR and Chase Briscoe. 85 laps led, and he wins the first stage of the Southern 500.
Larson just gives the spot up. Briscoe continuing the fight. Now he's alongside the 11. Things get tight right here. Denny Hamlin just lifts. Did not want to leave side by side on the exit of turn 2.
It has been an eventful night for the Hurricane. Carson Hocevar. We showed you earlier he was involved in multiple incidents.
Although the spin, and then ultimately this is the time it just comes around on him.
His teammate right behind him, Justin Haley.
So we had that
Worst
caution.
driving race car I've ever driven. I can't drive it anymore.
Ooh. Steve, what would you say to your driver if he said that?
I'm not allowed to say that on television.
Boy, pit road was eventful. Check this out.
Carson Hocevar coming into his box. They send the 20 a bell. Big contact. The 20 has real damage.
Yeah, so 77 coming in after that spin. And very fortunate no crew members were hurt. But listen to this. And you mentioned it. Very big damage to the right front.
Look at Eric Jones. 3 wide down into turn 3. The 2-time Southern 500 winner. He wants to make it a 3-time win. And they leave him behind, and Blaney's around.
Straight, get off the brake, get off the brake.
A little bit of contact.
Let's roll, you're fine. Right side tires are up, I can't fail. Right front's down, right front's down.
To the series' most recent winner.
Kind of 3 wide, or looking 3 wide. 8 below, 54 above. Oh, the 8 gets super loose. 12 kinds of tries to avoid, and the 3 gets in the back of him. Kind of a chain reaction. It starts with the 8 of Kyle Busch getting loose, saving his car, but his checkup in speed gets the 12 checked up. The 3's down here, and he just gets into the back of the 12.
Victim of circumstance.
Absolutely. This is pretty impressive. I don't know if it's luck or great driving, but right there, he gets off the brake. I'm going to call that driving. He gets off the brake, which gets the car to swing back.
One more lap to go in stage 2, presented by Credit One Bank. Little pensive look on the face of crew chief James Small, who really has enjoyed blending with this young guy, with Chase Briscoe. After working with the veteran, the legend, Martin Truex, he's taken over with this young guy. And they're learning each other and each other's ways and what works for them both. Well, so far, so good here in Darlington, because Chase Briscoe wins stage 2. AMR safety team on the scene for Derek Kraus. It was a fiery scene for the 44. Caution. Take a look to the right.
I assume this is an engine expiration, just looking at all the smoke, and then finally enough fluid gets on enough things of temperature and the fire breaks out. Good to see the driver get stopped and get out okay. It's going to be scary from behind the wheel.
He does not have the rear lateral grip that he needs. This is the corner right here. 45, Reddick has got to make the corner exit work. He can roll the center really well, but the exit is where Briscoe is able to get by him.
It has been a crazy weekend for Tyler Reddick. He got out of the car yesterday where his foot went to sleep and he limped back to the pit box. He almost crashed on the opening lap today, sideways off turn 2. And here we are, hundreds of laps later, and he's got a chance to win the Southern 500. He is so close to Chase Briscoe. And Briscoe has been incredible tonight, leading 307 laps so far, and he's just got to stay there for 2 more.
This is where Reddick's been quick. Right here, able to turn, leave on the bottom. Not quite the momentum that time.
At the end of 500 miles, we couldn't ask for this to be any closer. Joe Gibbs Racing, 2311, Legacy Motor Club. Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones. This is it. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Who do you think's going to do it? We'll have the answer real soon. Here comes Tyler Reddick. He's only just over a car length back. It's going to come down to turns 3 and 4. And Reddick throws everything he's got at Chase Briscoe.
Get there close enough.
Is he close enough? Briscoe's able to move by. This was the race that changed Chase Briscoe's life last year, and he's done it again. Briscoe wins the Southern 500.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Butt whipping right there. Awesome job.